first guest is Sharon Milliman, and she's had 4 near-death experiences, and we're going to talk a little about that today. So, Sharon, why don't you start off with your first story?
Okay, well, thank you for having me. My first near-death experience happened when I was 13. I was taking swimming lessons at the Y in the town that I live in. And the lifeguard wanted all of us to dive in the 10-foot section of the pool head first. And I watched all the other children do it, and I just couldn't do it. So he told me if I didn't do the dive, that he was going to throw me in. And he threw me in. And I started fighting. I took a bunch of water in, and then, that didn't last very long. And I ended up sinking to the bottom of the pool. And while I was at the bottom of the pool, there was this beautiful light. And at first it was small, looked like a light bulb. It was brilliant, but it didn't hurt my eyes. It was soft. And it just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And I don't know if I was going up to it or it was coming down to me. But while I was watching the light, I noticed all of this noise. People were screaming. And of course, I'm under 10 feet of water, but I could hear people screaming. I heard my mother, who was in the balcony on the opposite side of the pool where the little kids were. The parents sat in a balcony above watching, and I could see her. It was like her face was right in front of my face, and I heard her scream, and I could see the horror on her face. And then there was a lifeguard that was with this in the 3-foot section of the pool with the little babies, and I heard her scream, "Bob, go in and get her." But the man that threw me in, he was just frozen. So his face came into my view, and I could see his face just like he was right above me, but he was just in shock. Well, what ended up happening is that light just kept getting bigger and bigger. And like I said, it was really soft, but yet it was brilliant. And it was like this close from touching me when I heard what sounded like a metal door slam, and it echoed. And then I started coughing and throwing up a bunch of water. And what had happened was there was a lifeguard in the middle section of the pool with the middle-aged kids. And he had jumped in and got me, and he was doing the CPR, and he was pulling me over to the side of the pool and still working with me.
So I have a question. When you saw the light coming towards you, and from that point to when you heard the door slam, were you instantly out of the pool then? Like basically going from under the pool where you're conscious and seeing this light come to you, and then when you heard that door slam, are you out of the water at that point?
No, I'm in the water, and I remember seeing the ripples on top of the water. But at the same time, I was able to see everything that was going on around the pool, even though I'm laying on the bottom of the pool. I could see like all the way around. I could see, my mom in the balcony. I could see the lady with the little kids. I could see people running all the way around the pool. There was all kind of screaming going on. And at the same time, I'm seeing this light. So I never left the bottom of the pool. I was, dead at the bottom of the pool.
And so did you have after effects right away from this, or did your after effects take a little while afterwards? How did that progress?
Well, once they got me out of the pool and got me breathing again, and my mom took me home, we had no discussion about what actually happened. I was so little, I had no idea what was going on, what that light was, what had happened to me, and how all of that worked. And we never talked about it.
So it wasn't like one of those things where you said what happened, and then it really freaked her out, so she didn't want to hear it? Was it more if she was just really freaked out by you almost drowning and
Yeah,
not coming back? So it's just like, oh boy, I want to erase that moment.
right. That's pretty much what it was. We never really did talk about it. She didn't explain to me. She didn't know. I mean, I didn't know how to explain what I was experiencing.